Hey there guys, this is Wes88 here and I'm back again with another episode of Fishing Planet. Now in today's episode, sorry my brain just winded, we're going to go for the rocky trout. Now, just in case, the rocky careful angler is pretty much almost the same as this challenge here. So obviously we've got to travel to Rocky Lake, and that's on both of them. We've got to use Barber Spoon or spinner. Now obviously this one will also have the same challenge, but it's with this Barber Spoon. But of course set location. Anyway, so we've got catch and release a Colorado golden trout, catch and release a rainbow trout, catch and release a cutthroat trout. Now, I'm hoping this challenge doesn't complete this challenge, because obviously we've got to do the barbless catch challenge, which is with barbless tackle. Now, the barbless tackle is like the spinners and the spoons, so it's going to kind of contradict itself. Now, obviously, in my inventory, I do not have, as you can see, any barbless, unfortunately. Everything's barbed. I was hoping that I could do a sport event to get myself a barbless spoon, but unfortunately, so far as you guys have seen, I've not had any luck getting one for free. So, we're going to get ourselves a barbless spoon. Now, I'm going to go for this one. Now, it's going to cost 3 bait coin. I know it's a bit much, but you will make the bait coin back, so we'll get that one. Obviously, it's a quarter ounce. So, what I'm going to do for today, I'm going to put all this slot back in here. Also, I'm going to put my reel and my rod in there. And this should, I'm hoping it does, I'm hoping it takes anyway. It should do, I hope. And we put that one on. Just make sure we've got the right. Yeah, that's definitely the right one. We're going to put fluoro on today, so I'll be taking that with me as well. And because it went into our backpack. So optimal weight. So we've got the right size set up for our rod, for our spinner. So like I said, I'm using the elemental. I'm using a Spy Slim. So I've got the line for it. Max drag is a 5, so technically that's a bit too much for the rod, in theory. So that's why we're bringing them extras, just in case. And I have made sure that I've got my fluoro on me, just in case as well. Obviously, I'm not going to use my float at all for this one, so we'll go and rock it now. As you know, it is going to cost 2,000, but when I get the challenges done, it should be fine. So we're going to travel it. I'm just hoping it doesn't tick any of the other missions off, so I'm going to double check when we get there. So we're going to go to trout galores over there. Well, welcome to the Southern Way. Fantastic fishing. So once we're in a spot, I'm just going to make sure that none of the other parts have ticked off. Hopefully they haven't. And hopefully it wants me to track it. Now, the only thing that might get ticked off is the master challenge of catching with barbless. Because if I was using barbless hooks with bait, it won't count. From what I've seen anyway. But if needs be, I can always just put on. I do have the barbless hooks on here, don't I? I hope I do. I could always put a barbless hook on to prove the fact that they are there, just in case. Now, so obviously we've got that ticked off. Now I'm just double checking this. Obviously that's saying quoted, so we've got to be careful. Obviously we haven't gone to the trout galore, so we should be fine. Hopefully. Anyway. We've got quite a few people in this location. Now I'm going to aim for over round here-ish, and I'm going to do the twitching, sorry, I'm going to use the twitching method because I know it's going to work. So just to make it a bit easier, I'm going to have my rod already set up, and I'm just going to reel in very slowly, even though it's making me do a lift and drop at the minute. Which is weird because it should be doing twitching instead. Let's just get up off the ground a bit more. There we go. So now we've got twitching. There we go. Now, by doing this, it should get the fish hooked a bit easier. And we caught the uncut throat trout, which we're going to release. That's completed that one. Now I'm just going to double check, make sure that hasn't ticked any of that off. Good. That's good. That's good. It's just done the location, which is a good thing. Yep, that's in. Now, usually when I do this, I can get this done pretty quickly and pretty easily and pretty well. So we are going to keep a few of these fish when we get them in. For some reason, it's doing a lift and drop. I don't want to lift and drop. Let's just drag that up. And again, we've got cutthroat trout. Now this time we're going to keep it. Now again, because I'm using a barbless, this is actually giving me a bit more experience. So I'm hoping I don't fully do it, but because we've already caught one, we can keep that one. And I'm going to drag up again for the line just in case. I'm going to have it set and try and get it with the twitching. So this should be a bit easier. Now, as you guys may see, I will probably get the master challenge done, no my luck. Technically I should have done that one first before this one, but seeing as it's in the list, I need to make sure that I get it done just correctly. Now you see that took the fish. Oh, yeah, the fish didn't take it in time. So it can sometimes miss. It's not always a guarantee. And we got. Once it's thought what we got. I got the young rainbow trout. Lovely. So we'll release that one. That's 2 of the 3 fish we need to get from this location so far. Now, it makes it a bit easier to release them when it's a barbless hook, and as you see, we sometimes get a bit more cash because we're using a barbless, because with the barbed hooks, you are actually damaging the fish slightly, and I just missed that one. So, come on, let's just get this off the bottom. It's not a lift and drop, it's the twitching, come on. Now, the one we're going to have a bit of a problem getting is the Colorado golden trout. Colorado. Sorry, my pronunciation was a bit bad there. They can be a bit tricky and finicky. Usually it's set time of day, or even a location. But they are throughout this whole location of the map. So I'm hoping I can get them just a bit easier. So we're going to go over there. I'm going to do, just in case, I'm going to drag up. Get my spin reel done a bit more. I'm going to give slight flick. Just to get the fish's attention. Even though I dragged it back down, didn't I? Come on, trout, come on. Now, obviously, that would have just been a rainbow trout. Been around this spot, there is some reeds, which we could get caught on, so we have to be a bit careful while fishing here. But we should be fine altogether. Catching the fish, hopefully. So, actually, I'm going to twitch it up. And they should hopefully take the baits a bit easier. Come on, Colorado golden trout, come on. You're going to be a bit finicky today, aren't you? I don't really want to do the whole stop and go because that will affect. See if a straight slit will work. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. So we're just going to try a few of these different methods. Now, as you have seen, the twitching has worked, but unfortunately I missed that one. I'm guessing it's because they want the stop and go. You are going to be a slight pains, aren't you, today? So, let's see what I can do. Oh, there we go. There's one fish on. There we go. Got a bit more tension on. Got to try and hang up. Come on. Get some tension in that line. Thank you. Now, usually when they're fighting pretty hard like this, it can usually mean it's quite a high level one. Now, this is what I'd probably say is the Colorado golden trout, because by how it's fighting and how much tension it's got. Doesn't mean it is, I just hope it is, because then it means I've got part of this done a bit easier. And it means twitching does work. Well, it shows that twitching does work because I've caught a few fish. Either that, it could be a trophy of the trout, because I'm using a rod which is probably a bit under its league or level for it. I'll probably get quite a bit of experience for this, and because I've also got a barbless hook, it means it's even more going to give me it on the experience part, but we'll soon find out what it is when we bring this in. So we'll soon see what fish this is when we get to bring it in. And too much trouble. And someone's really got a spoon in my face. Ready? Go on, dude. A bit of awareness, please. Now, what I could do is possibly put my drag on full lock. But as you can see, it's still taking the reel, so... Oh no. I know I need the reel to go at some point, but there's no point in me having it on a full lock if it's not gonna... It's still going to be able to take line with a full lock on, so this is definitely going to be in the higher size. With a find like this is going to be a good fish. Come on. There we go. Now the reason why I do the bring the rod back is when it's taking line. It's a trophy. That is a good trophy. And it's cut for as well, so I'll keep that one. So yeah, you'll see in the... Seriously, you... People really need to watch their space. So yeah, you do get some people like this who just literally go, well, I'm going to commit, and that's it. It's like, really? Go on. It's like... Literally any one space. You don't have to try and take the whole thing up. Now, obviously, I'm probably not in the best peak time for them. So what I might do is fast forward time a bit to a peak and see if we get the Colorado golden trout a bit easier in the peak time in just a moment. Now again, I always usually fish the same spot and I usually catch the fish there. Doesn't mean I'm going to catch it today, even though I need to catch it today for this video. So again, this may take us a little bit of time. And obviously what that person's doing is he is catching them, but he is using a float. Ah, come on. Oh, here we go. That's good fish. Good fish. Come on. Good fish. Good fish. Come on. Come on. That's another cutthroat trout. Or rainbow trout, I should say. Looks like a rainbow trout. That is a cutthroat trout. Okay, I'll keep that. And luckily I got a bigger net, so I can actually keep getting some fish in my net. And make some money from this location. Which is a good thing. Because if I had my other rod, I wouldn't be able to be keeping quite a few of these fish. Especially that high trophy one. I would have not been happy about not keeping that one. But we are going to get this fish in. And hope for the best at the same time with it. There we go. And young cutthroat trout. Right, what we're going to do is going to fast forward time a bit just to see if we can get a better peak time with these fish. Now I could start a bit more off here, but I'm going to try and go up around this end so I can get some more of a unique size. So I'm going to forward the time. Which means we're getting the best time for fishing. Means everything should be biting a lot easier. Again, you do have a high chance of getting unique with the time being really peaked, which it is. and we'll see how often we catch now. I didn't even finish the twitch on that, and it already bit onto the hook straight away, which is good. Another cutthroat. So we're going to hopefully go through that mesh of them. Now, as you know, I did mention in one of my videos that if you're going to do the fishing around here, you can sometimes aim for that spot where that splashing of fish were back there. So we're going to hopefully get some fish from that spot, and hopefully they'll be interested in taking our bait. I say our bait. Hopefully they'll just be interested and take it. But yes, this can take a little bit of time, guys, so do be cautious when doing this one. It can take a bit. I'm just going to quickly check on that one how many were caught. Oh, okay, so it's not counting it at the minute. So the whole thing's lagged a bit. There we go. Let's see if it's saying on here how many were caught. So we've caught 7 so far. So just to prove, I'll get to, well, I'll catch 2 more, then I'll try and catch with a float rod because it's got a barber's hook. And I'll just prove for the fact that it doesn't count for the barber's terminal tackle for anyone. Hopefully when I come to the barber's master I can actually show that in there as well, guys, just in case. Oh, here we go. Oh, this might be the golden trout, which will be awesome, because then that means I'm hoping this is the golden trout. Come on, Colorado golden trout, come on. Be the one I want. Please be the one I want. And it is really taking that line back there. Come on. Now, luckily, this is a bit easier to show you guys what I'm able to do with just the one rod. So you can see when I cast and when I bring the fish in at the same time. So I'm hoping this is the Colorado golden trout. Come on. Come on. Come on, fish. Come on, come in. Come on. Come on. Come on. Just trying to get it to turn itself. This one's really taking the line, so this could again be a trophy. I'm just hoping this is the Colorado. I'm hoping it's the Colorado, because it'll make my day getting this one in. No, dang it, it's not the one I wanted. But it is a good, nice size rainbow trout. And still a good amount of cash. So I'm going to aim again over there. Hope for the best. If not, I'll have to try a different spot. I say try a different spot. I'll have to try a different way of doing this. Please be the fish I need. Yes! We got the golden Colorado trout, guys. Lovely. Awesome. And that challenge is now complete. Hey, that didn't take too long. Anyway, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please do hit that like button. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. And I'll see you guys all on the next episode. Happy fishing.